Yo, everyone, what is going on? Happy Friday. I hope everyone is having a great day. I hope everyone is enjoying themselves. I hope everyone is staying safe during COVID-19. It's very important. I'm just trying to mount you guys somewhere so you can see me at face level. Good. I think I got the right position. How's everyone doing? Let's get started with that. First of all, let's wait and get some people in the room here. I'm looking. I have my computer set up here so I can see the comments, and focus. Back and forth with you guys. Uh, you like the thumbnails? Yeah, the thumbnail. Mm-mm-mm. So, first of all, I hope the majority of you guys are staying safe. I hope the majority of you guys are healthy and staying safe with you, your loved ones, your family. That's the first thing, and the most important thing. Cars are a lifestyle, but in order to have a lifestyle with cars, you have to, be healthy and enjoy life. Let's see. Francisco Martins, what's going on? Paintballer, yo, she's back to clean white. She is. She's definitely back to clean white. Jenko, good evening to you as well. And Ernesto Armstrong, what's going on, brother? So yeah, I'm just gonna probably wait like about another few minutes. You inspired me to get a Golf GTI. Thank you. I'm glad, Gamer Boy, that you were able, definitely able to get that you were able to get a Mark's. I don't know if it's a Mark 6 or Mark 7, but the fact that you had a GTI and the fact that I've inspired you to do that is just it's just amazing to me. Tiger Rex 966. What is your next car? Interesting. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I've been doing some research on a couple of cars that I'm waiting for and have my interest on. One of them, for instance, is apparently there's rumors that the Volkswagen is bringing in a new Tiguan with a Golf R everything, Golf R engine, Golf R transmission, suspension. I think that'd be kind of cool. I am over 30, in the market for 2017. That's what's going on, man. That's what's up. Greg Styler, what's up? Um, Definitely, I'm interested in figuring out if that car is coming out because that would be kind of cool having the capabilities of a Golf R but in an SUV, and I think that'll be kind of cool because you guys know pretty much what Golf Rs are capable of, especially with a DSG configuration, and it'll be a very quick, very versatile daily if that was the next car on the channel. But unfortunately, it's not available yet. How do I feel about the Mark 8? That is a very good question. Um, M. Logan, how do I feel about the Mark 8? It's growing on me. It's definitely growing on me. I'm looking at styles all the time, and I'm just trying to really figure out, uh, if that is the wise choice when it comes to design factors. There's some things that I like about it. There's some things that I don't like about it. I think the interior is very modern, but it's simple, but it's not simple. It's weird to explain. Like I'm not completely over the interior. I like it. I do like it, but it just doesn't hit home for me. Like the Mark 7 does. I know it's weird. The Mark 7 interior kind of looks a little dated, but I love the way that the interior. I love the simplicity of a Mark 7, how grown up the interior looks. And if I look like that, I'm looking over here. It's because I'm looking at the. I'm using my phone for this, and obviously the camera is just the front facing camera and it's facing to the side. So if I'm looking over here, I'm trying to look at you. But so just bear with me if I'm not looking in the right spot. But the Mark 8, I think overall, it's going to be another banger for Volkswagen. I think that's going to sell very well. There's some changes, obviously. Full LED headlights and taillights standard now, on all models. I love the seats in it. The front seats look really aggressive. Nice one piece seat with no extended headrest, which I really don't like anyway. I never really was a fan of the extended headrest. I never adjust them. So to me, the fact that the seat kind of looks closer to like a Type R seat, except for being completely red, that's cool with me. I have no problem with that. So, you know, it's going to be the same generation, just some improvements on the third generation EA triple eight engine, which is currently in the Mark 7, Mark 7.5, Golf R, and GTI. So I think it's overall going to be pretty good. I'm curious of the turbo setup in that car because they are pushing, I believe that the Mark 8 will be pushing around 245 horsepower out of the box, which is nice, which is a nice bump up from 220. And yeah, so I'm curious to see how they're going to be actually, you know, throwing that into the mix and how it will compete against the market. Tiger Rex 966 also asked, okay, interesting. No Type R Honda. I've thought about it. I thought about it for a while. I really think that a Type R is a really good car. I have a friend that has one. I have a few friends that have Type R's. They are amazing. I just don't think for a daily driver that's just my cup of tea. That's not my cup of tea. I don't want something that's so out there. It looks great. I have no complaints about it. It's just not my cup of tea. By the way, before we continue on, let's get that thumbs up going, guys. We have 20 people watching right now, but only 8 thumbs up. If you have not gave this video a thumbs up, please do right now. So go ahead. I don't see that number. There we go. We got 9, got 21 people. Let's keep it going. I'm not continuing until I get like about 13, 14 thumbs up. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. It's got 11, 12. Give me 2 more. Give me 2 more. Give me 2 more. 15. Okay, we just jumped to 15. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. If you plan to get a Golf R, this was from his name is so incognito, or her name is so incognito. Someone, literally their username. If you plan to get a Golf R, don't get the 2019. They stopped using multi-port injection after 2018. So if you want to go 18 or older, well, I know now that you're probably out of the United States. I'm from New York. I'm from the United States, and no GTI or Golf R came with multi-port injection in the United States from factory from 2015. So the Mark 7.5 doesn't have it, as well as as well as the as well as the GTI. None of them came with multi-port injection in the United States. Um, but I heard that some did in Europe, which is why if you look at the intake manifold, there's a pre-existing holes. They're not, you have to drill them through, obviously, but there's pre-existing holes in the intake manifold, which will allow you to add multi-port injection rather than you having to buy a whole new intake manifold. So that was an interesting thought. No, none in the U.S. They didn't come with multi-port injection in Europe either. Interesting. What's your take with Golf 7R versus Golf 7 GTI? Would you buy another GTI still? If the listen, so I think of this. I believe that with if I did it all over again, I have no regrets with the GTI. That's something that a lot of people think that I've had. I never had even to this day. I never regretted owning a GTI. I never regretted modifying a GTI. Unfortunately, yes, I did have crank walk, but that was due to, like I said, it wasn't a performance modification issue. It was just more of the fact that that was a manufacturer defect. It happened on stock cars. And it, unfortunately, Volkswagen didn't see it in high volume enough to make it a worldwide recall. It'll be an expensive recall. Think about it. So would I do it all over again? I think now, considering that Golf R's are so cheap, that would be the only way I would get an R. I don't think this weekend. I would, but I don't have Project Mark 7 anymore. I don't have a car right now. If I had to do it all over, so going back to Mathema and Kwana, I'm so sorry if I messed up your name. I do apologize. Um, I would do an R. I think it would be interesting just to see me live with an R, but I will miss features such as a sunroof because in the United States you cannot get an R in the United States with a sunroof. It just doesn't exist. It exists in Europe. It exists in other parts in European versions of the car, but not domestic in the US part of the world where unfortunately we don't get the sunroof feature in the Golf R, which really tears it down for me because I really like Let's see. So, some on the 2019. I'm going through the comments here, so I'm not even going to read the comments on my phone. I'm reading them. I'm seeing the same comments on my computer. I have a computer over here, just also looking at the comments. Someone said on 2019. M. Logan said, "Yeah, completely agree about the Mark 8. It should be interesting, but the interior isn't my favorite. I agree. Uh, I don't like the one panel where the gauges would be because it's digital now, and it just waves to like the head unit. I don't like that. I don't like that one stripe, like that one piece. It looks like just a big standing piece of plastic with a bend in the middle. I don't like that. I could definitely say that. I love the steering wheel. I love the new controls. I love the fact that you can change the colors on the interior. Most likely, if I had one, I would most likely probably keep it red. The one thing I hate about the exterior is that light that goes on the grill all the way across. I don't like that. Separate the headlights. Do not connect them with the light bar in the center. That's just too much. We're not looking. It's not a Cybertruck, so it's not Tesla where they had the whole light going across. Still, don't do that. If I did have it and had that, and it was so easy to disconnect that light, I would just disconnect the light and not have it run. But knowing Volkswagen, they'll probably throw me an error code for it. Um, let's see. New Blood said Audis in the U.S. have multi-port injection. I believe that's true. Um, JP95, we don't get the good stuff in the USA. Yes, that's true because of federal regulations and it's cheaper to make, and we could sell, they could sell to the US market for a lot cheaper. Corrado Racer, I think it's time not for a change, but for a drive. Unfortunately, I don't have a car to drive right now. Someone says, I'm on a 2019 Golf R that has the full IE long block. Okay. All right, I see you, someone. We basically have the same setup. Mine is just an R with the EQT XL Turbo. Interesting. That'll be kind of interesting to run. You're definitely running. I don't know if you're running multi-port injection or not. I'm not at the current moment. If you guys watch my YouTube, if you guys watch me on, uh, if you watch my Instagram stories, sometimes I go on live on there more frequently than I do on here. And right now, like with the whole EQT thing, I'm having some issues with fueling up top, especially like with the rev range. So the rev range up top, like around after 5,500, and like the fuel likes to break up, and I know I'm pushing the injectors to do more than what they're capable of doing because obviously the Glico L500 that's on the car is producing more flow of air. So if you have more flow of air, you need more fuel to compensate. So um, who knows? Who knows what will happen in the future? But as of now, I know. As of now, I don't have the Project Mark 7 car anymore. Um, let's see. Come to Seven Lakes this weekend. Like I said, Justin, I don't have the car to drive anywhere. T-Man, and what fueling are you running with the XL? Multi-port injection. I'm sure. I don't know if he's asking a question to someone. Um, but multi-port injection, I am not running. I'm running the stock fuel injectors in the car. I do have an upgraded Autotech high pressure fuel pump. I also do have a Walbro 525 low pressure fuel pump, all running on a stock controller. For now, just for now. For now, hopefully we'll do multi-port injection in the future. Sam Johnson, what happened to Project Mark 7? Um, I brought it back to stock today. It wasn't today. I actually had the stock wheels on it. And I took the wrap off and getting some maintenance done on it before we part ways. So I dropped off the car today. I don't have it. I don't have the keys to it. Um, let's see. Let's see. Mike King says no sunroof is a feature. I said Volvos. Two Volkswagens, two leaky sunroofs. I never had that issue. I mean, I've had a little bit of a drip come in the cabin, but nothing catastrophic. Ever since that day that it happened, has never done it since. If you did have a leaky sunroof on a Mark 7, there is a recall for them. It's kind of interesting. So maybe, uh, you know, um, hopefully hopefully one day, like I said, hopefully if you do still, if your car's still within warranty, if you have a Mark 7, definitely bring it by and have the dealership look at it, because I believe the car that's a recall item on a Mark 7. I don't remember the years, but it was a recall on mine. Once I had it done, it never did anything wrong like that ever again. Mike King says I have the Rabbit edition and I was not happy to have a sunroof. Okay, so you do have a Mark 7. Sam Johnson says headlights are poo. Yeah, I am taking the yellow off the headlights. I do miss the xenon headlight look. I do miss the blue hue with the headlights. I really do miss that. I'm not gonna lie. It's nice to have yellow headlights in the distance, but I did it for a year and time to get rid of it. So um, let's see. Let's see. The real George St. Pierre. Interesting. Oh, he's from Canada. I see your little your profile picture. Hey bud, just got a Golf 12 basic manual. Where do I start? Tuning a Golf 12. Are you a real George C. Pierre? Are you talking about what generation of Golf do you have? Do you have a Mark 7, meaning that you have a year from 2015 to current? I am curious to know. Let's skip to the next question until he answers back. Sam Johnson said e-golf had that crap on the lower bumper too. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the e-golf. I did drive one. I had an opportunity to drive one. It's nice, it's cool, but the mileage as far as range is just not there. And I don't think that the Volkswagen is bringing that car back to the market. They really need to have something that has a higher range. I love the torque on it though. It's amazing. I mean, obviously it's electric, so you'll be surprised to see how quick the car actually is, but not for a daily driver for me. I would probably, if it was me getting an electric car for a daily, it would definitely be a Model 3 or a Model Y. Model X and Model S are too expensive. Model 3, if I'm getting a nice luxury electric vehicle, then I would probably most likely consider Model 3 or Model Y. Um, Tiger Rex 966. He asked for the same reason for the same reason the dash and lack of buttons. It made it look cheap to me in the photos at least, but I do not like the headlights. They should both be the same size on the Golf 8. Okay, so I agree with you. Like I said before, I'm not a fan of the dash layout. I think it really does look cheap. I feel like Volkswagen could have definitely did something nicer to make it look fluid. To do the dual screen setup, Mercedes does it very well. BMW does it very well. Even Audi does it very well. So I think that they could have incorporated some Audi design, considering the fact that Volkswagen and Audi are within the same brand. Then they can actually under the same umbrella they can actually incorporate some Audi stuff into it. I do like the fact that on the mirrors the blind spot is actually the three little dots on the mirrors on the inside of the mirrors, so it's not on the glass itself anymore. It's actually incorporated into the casing of the mirror, so you can kind of see the orange hue. I've always found that fascinating with Audis. I really always loved them in Audis for the blind spot assisting package. I do always find that it was the best when utilizing those type of features. Audi had the cleanest design, and now that's coming over to the Mark 8. Um, Someone said multi-port isn't available for the 2019, but FBO on E30 Dyno is saving around 510 wheel horsepower. Best time on Draggy with passenger was 11 seconds flat at 127 miles an hour. Decent. He definitely has multi. You're definitely DSG if you're running 11s. If we have the same fuel setup. Mathena said, I hear the all-wheel drive maintenance is quite expensive. I hear that the all-wheel drive, the maintenance is quite expensive. Is it true that all you have to change all the tires if one broke, regardless of others being in good condition? I'm driving a Polo GTI. I'm sure you're probably either in South Africa or Europe, looking to buy a Mark 7 GTI or a Mark 7 R. To answer your question, it's wise to change all the tires. If they're fairly new, I don't see why you would need to change them. I wouldn't do it. If that's just me, you're not going to ruin the car. Maintenance on all-wheel drive, there's not much that really goes on the G on a G on I'm sorry, on the Heldex units for the Golf R's. Only thing is that they do have a Heldex fluid change interval, which is just a fill and drain plug, and it has to be at optimum temperature for you to do it. I believe, like in the US, the GTIs that have the performance package has a front Haldex unit for front wheel drive vehicles. So if you do have the big brakes like me, the ones that say GTI on them, not the ones that look smaller, the ones that are pretty much the 340 millimeter, those are the same brakes as the Golf R, and we have the same differential, the or ELSD as Volkswagen would call it, but it is basically a front Haldex unit It takes Haldex fluid. It operates like a Haldex, but instead of just differentiating power front to rear, it differentiates power from left and right. The good thing about that is that it, like, every time, even with the power levels that Project Mark 7's on now, I get no torque steer. The thing's just amazing. Speaking of that, when I actually changed the fluid already when I did the engine rebuild series, so there's no need to do that. Um, Not your headlights, bro. I meant the Mark 8. Sam Jackson said, um, oh, you have a PM4 controller, someone. Okay. Yeah, I need to invest in one. I didn't. Yeah, I'm running the stock controller though. Your headlights, bro. Not your headlights, bro. Just the Mark 8. Your Mark 7's legit. I got a Mark 7 too, just the two door, so it's better than yours. No, I agree. When it comes down to resale value, I wish that there was an opportunity for me to get a three door. I really like I like the aspect of a five door. I really do. It's just really really nice. It's all well put together. It's easy to use all the space, not just some of the space. And then I like the fact that anyone can use their own door rather than me having to move back my seat and readjust it. I hate that. I had three coupes before having my GTI. So yeah. Let's see. Are you saying are you, so Sam Johnson said, are you selling slash trading in Project Mark 7? And I don't want to say anything yet. I don't want to say anything yet, but I promise you, it's too early to say anything, but I promise you, whatever you see on the channel, you would appreciate. Just letting you know that. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna get into too much of that's not what this video is really about. It is about that, but it's not. Um, let's see. Um, Mid State Wrestling just got a Mark 7.5 Golf R. Congratulations to you, brother. Is the tune worth giving up a 72,000 mile warranty? Yes. uh, Someone agrees. Yes. Mid State. Yes. I got an EQT Stage 1 tune. Yeah, definitely worth it. Mike says the same thing. It's a tough choice, but only you can answer. I went EQT Stage 2 at 7,500 miles. Like Tavares says, I am the warranty. I've had my car. I tuned my car when I got Project Mark 7. I was worried about the warranty too. I'm dealing with a new, different brand. I was always a Honda guy back in the day. So dealing with a new brand, new loyalty program, obviously because of the fact that I don't have, I don't know anyone within the brand. I'm taking a chance on everything. And for the first 97,000 miles, I tuned the car at 11,000 miles, and I didn't have issues until that crankwalk issue. But again, that had nothing to do with the tunability of the car. I've been tuned since 11,000 miles, and the car's just been nothing but flawless. And it's always got better, better, and better, and better, and faster, and faster, and faster. It's amazing what that new 2-liter TSI motor can do. It's just astonishing. The stigma that Volkswagen has with the FSIs and the old VR6s and stuff of being unreliable with this body with this engine with this new engine configuration, the Gen 3 E888 motor, again, that comes in starting with the Mark 7 and on. Great, fantastic motor, absolutely fantastic. Loved every bit of it. Um, let's see. Howie asked, what's your take on the Mark 8R? Most likely not offering a manual transmission. It sucks. But you have to understand too is that that's what the world's coming to. And as much as we care about saving the manuals, when it comes down to a manufacturer developing cars and making cars, manuals will never, ever, ever get the sale numbers that is expected of a new car coming out. It's interesting, so it sucks. I mean, but me personally, now here's my take on that, Howie. I really want something like an R. Like for instance, in Europe they have and I don't know in South Africa. Mathena, you can actually answer this question for me. Um, I don't know if you guys have what is called the T Rock. I think the T Rock is really cool. I really love the T Rock. The T Rock is definitely something that's kind of like versatile, kind of like a Q3 Audi in the States, kind of like, but then having the R stuff in it, which is epic, in my opinion. I really think that's cool, a dope. I just think that's so worth it. I really think that's definitely pretty cool. I definitely can't wait to see if that comes to the States. But if they make the Tiguan in like a Golf R type of trim, not the R line. The R line's just, um, you know, like I don't know. I just not the TCR. David, not the TCR. The TCR is strictly a race car that is not street legal. You can get in a DSG or a sequential gearbox. No, that's not what I'm talking about. So in Europe, they have a little mini SUV called the T Rock, T-ROC, and they have an R version, which is basically take a T Rock and then put a R engine in it, DSG, all-wheel drive, four motion, all that, and it's epic. Now there was rumors when I did my live stream last night with Savage Panda Projects. I actually found out, if you guys have not heard of him, uh, but make sure that you check his YouTube channel out. Savage Panda Projects is located in North Carolina. We had a good 3 hour live stream yesterday. Um, but I would love Volkswagen to please bring over, they already have it, the Tiguan, but the Tiguan with the R motor in it, and call it the Tiguan R. I would buy that. I would put myself in another 6 year loan for that. By the time, I would have no car payments. I would put myself in the car payment and have that. One, it's an SUV, it's very comfortable. Two, it's DSG. It's DSG, it's gonna be fun to drive. Three, I already know what the Golf R can do. So the fact that you're putting it in an SUV is just only gonna be sick. I really hope that car does come out. I would try to put an allocation in for one in the United States at a dealership. 100%. Let's see. Let's see. The next question is from Jason Jefferson. What's going on, bro? He says, "How tall are you? Thinking about getting a Mark 7?" I'm about 5'11", 6 foot, so you'll be fine, and I have plenty of space. I don't feel that the car is the car looks the car looks like it's very small, but it's not. It looks very small. It looks like you're not going to get comfortable in it. But I'm going to put me, my girlfriend, and three people or two people in the back more comfortably than ever. They have enough space. I have enough space. And it's very comfortable. So I'm almost 6 foot, and then obviously I think someone else, you're 6 feet tall and 280 pounds. I don't want to look funny in it. You're not going to. There's a lot of space for you to move your seat back if need be. Then if that's what you want to do, you'll be fine. Yeah. Biva said the same thing. He's 6'2" and he fits fine. He just, yeah, you can lower the seat. The good thing I like about the Mark 7 is the seat can go very low for the Mark 7, which is interesting. The seats are kind of small. He is right. Like the sides of them. David said, do you mean the TCR? TCR is definitely dope, but that's not what I was talking about. Might be tight fit or uncomfortable. Cool. I hit the gym a lot. Someone said Audi SQ3 in the United States should be out next year. If they come out with the SQ3, then they got to come out with the Tiguan R. And if the Tiguan R comes out, I guarantee that car is going to be like a $40,000 car. That would be worth it to me. A hatchback being 40 grand, no. But an SUV, a small mini SUV that's all-wheel drive, it's higher off the ground, so I can, drive it all day. I can put stuff in the back. If I have a kid, I don't have to worry about trading in my performance car. It's already a fast car. It's a safe car at that. I'd rather just do that. Howie said T-Rock is nice, but the interior is cheap looking. David said, take a look at YouTube. I'm almost positive I see a consumer GTI TCR. I know you will not be able to buy one. You have to, it's not street legal. It doesn't have airbags. It doesn't have, it has lights, but it's not a street legal vehicle. I'm sure a consumer can buy it, but you cannot put that car on the street. That I know for sure. I'm really cool with the guys over at FCP Euro. They have two TCR GTIs. They gave me a lot of good information about them, and that is not a car that you can actually register and drive on the street. It doesn't have interior. It has racing seats. It has a roll cage. So it doesn't have any airbags, obviously, and all that other safety equipment. So it's not going to be a car. There is now granted, if you're looking on YouTube and you're looking at like the APR one, you could get the TCR body kit and put it. Look it up. I'm sure I'm wrong. I apologize, but I'm pretty sure. If it's this one, I'll actually pull it up real quick. I think that you're talking about this one. And if you are, GTI, and let me know really quickly. I'm just going to do this really quickly. Mark 7 TCR APR. If you're talking about this one, I got the story for you right here. Um, images, images. Okay, are you talking about this car right here? Hang on. I'm gonna put my phone up here. Give me a second. Give me a second. It's loading. It's loading. It's loading. It's loading. Okay. I don't know what the heck this is. Can I blow this up to be bigger? Okay. Are you talking about this right here? Hang on. Flip the camera over. If you're talking about this right here, is this the car that you saw? Because if it is, then there's a story behind that. Um, so definitely let me know if that's the car that you're talking about, because I've seen the car in person. I actually know the owner of the car. Um, it was it's a Golf R actually. And if that you're right, that version is a consumer's car. However, it's not a oh, that's not it. Okay. Well, that car is a owner's car that added a wide body to it. The company that did the wide body is a company called Jace Performance, and they're located in New Jersey. They have a $9,000 fiberglass TCR body kit, and that's not even how much it costs to even put it on the car. So I don't even know if I would do something like that. That's just a little bit much. But there is another kit that I really like from Ottinger, and I think that it would be interesting to see that. Let's see if there is GTI TCR for consumers, might be only available in Europe. It possibly, because I don't think something like that would be. The Tiguan R would easily be 52 grand plus. Ooh, that would be tough to swallow. Oh, well, no, I don't think so. And I'll tell you why. If the Tiguan R was 50 grand, it wouldn't sell here. Because the Atlas is 50 something thousand. I don't think it would be that expensive at all. I think that honestly, the most expensive Tiguan with the R line package that you could buy, SCL Premium with the R line package, is at 38,000. So, okay, figured you do the Tiguan R, right? Factor in a new engine, a DSG with it. Again, the car's MQB platform, so everything just bolts right up to it. It's not going to be hard to develop at all. I'm thinking that car will probably be $40,000 to $45,000. I would not be surprised if that car was 42 grand, and I think it's worth every penny at that point. Um, uh, it may be 45 because the Golf R is 42, so the Tiguan might be either a limited volume for the same price, but I definitely would want to get one. Do trust me, I looked it up. I'm wrong. Okay. JP95 sounds like a good plan. Jay, got any recommendations for a downpipe? Yes. Currently, the downpipe that's on my car, you can't buy this one anymore. I'm catless. A lot of companies are, trying to pull back from developing catless downpipes due to federal regulations and stuff like that. But, um, you could definitely pick one up. I would definitely, my recommendation, either do MA Performance. You can also do MA Performance. Integrated Engineering really has a nice high quality one in my opinion. So let's see. Um, that after DSG or 6-speed manual. The DSG is not bad, and a lot of people seem to think since I own a manual that it's a bad outcome. I don't think it's a bad car at all. I don't think the DSG is a bad platform at all. It's quicker than the manual for sure. However, when it just comes down to everything, you don't get that engagement, meaning that there's a part of cars where it comes down to feeling and just being fully engaged in the driving experience. And the the DSG cannot do that. I don't care if it's faster. I don't care if the shifts are lightning quick. I don't care if you have launch control on it. The DSG will never give you the driving full experience like a manual will. Doing it yourself, shifting a gear, missing a gear by accident, missing a shift, doing it right, heel and towing, rev matching yourself on a track or on a street. There's nothing like that experience. I've driven 3 automatics before. I've driven DSG before, but and it's nice. They're nice. However, when it comes down to nothing like a manual trans, Nothing like a manual transmission. Now, if I already own a manual, would I buy another manual? Probably not, because I have a manual already. Like for instance, if they did make a Tiguan in a manual, most likely I would be the DSG owner in that vehicle. One, because my girlfriend would be able to drive it. She'll be able to have a nice thrill too, because that car will probably be stage two and everything if I did get a Tiguan R. And I know you guys would like that for the channel. And me living in New York, snow and all that other stuff and inclement weather, it's just nice to finally be in a car where you don't have to shift. Um, you know, so that's just my take on it. Let's see. No, that's not it. I think the Mark 8 is going to offer TCR with about 275 horsepower. Hopefully, I'm not too sure about the TCR Mark 8 yet. Someone said, damn, 9K for a body kit. Bought my lawn block for that. Yeah. And, that's the name of the game. Uh, let's see. TCR Golf. I doubt it. Let's see. There's a stock GTI TCR Mark 7 or sold in Europe making 290 front wheel horsepower. Blah Federal legs. Luke Clayton Media says, "Hey man, watching from the UK. Love the channel, my dude. Been watching Project Mark 7 build from the start. Luke, I really appreciate it, man. Thank you very, very, very much. Um, I appreciate it. I definitely do. DSG eats. Adrian, what color should I wrap the Mark 7? I don't even know. I have no idea. Nardo gray, black, blue, green, lime green, orange, yellow. The Mark 7 will look good in any color, in me, my opinion. Yellow. Oh, I said yellow. Gold. Purple, metallic, true. Pretty much. You know, it's just the nature of the game. I have no idea. Like literally, the Mark 7 will look good in any color. Shannon Makati, Makati. Yeah, I think I said that right. Doing my first set of wheels, E45 or E40 on stock Austins now. If you have a Mark 7, I definitely would go to a 40 offset just because you're going to sit nice and flush to the fender. If you can find any wheel companies that'll do to give you a little bit of wiggle room with space and fitment, get something that's between 40 offset, positive 40 offset, and 42 offset. If they offer 43, that's fine too. 45, it's going to be sucking in too much, but anywhere from 40 offset to 43 offset, you should be fine. Thumbs up manual here for sure. Thank you, Tiger. After I've had both, I had to agree. I really dialed down. I really agree, but I had to really dial down my Mark 6R sloppy shifter. Ben Brosh Brosh Broshker, I think is I can't pronounce. You guys have some really cool usernames, I swear. Mark 7 6-speed. Clutch is about to die though. DKM or South Bend, or this new clutch company that I found out about, X Clutches, which is kind of interesting. DSG shines when you're 500 wheel horsepower. Anything lower, that's kind of boring. I agree. I've driven a 500 wheel horsepower Golf R with APR Stage 3 with JB4 stack. I thought that was a little much though. I totally understand. I have a 2008 Honda Accord 2.0 manual. Nice. You have a 2.0 turbo manual. Lit. It's not a performance car, but I do enjoy the manual and it's fun to drive. I bet. And, shout out to Honda for not killing off the manual of that car. They know they're not going to sell a lot of cars they're not going to sell a lot of manual cars in that big body car. But for the fact they still offer it, Honda gets it because they know they killed the coupe. NC Vag watching and following. Keep up the good work. Shamari, thank you very much, man. I really appreciate it. David says, if you want a true sports car experience, then drive the manual transmission. How much? Mr. Real Dutch says, how much power do I lose while having a blow-off valve spacer? You really won't lose anything. It just gives you sound. Like, because while you're on throttle, you're holding that boost. As long as you don't hear the sissing noise as you're pushing the throttle, then you should be fine. It's only when you let off, when it releases the pressure, you should hear it. But you're not going to lose any power at all. City Dub, save the manuals. Damn right, man. David said that's the one. M. Logan, which cars have you already ruled out to replace Project Mark 7? Let's see. Hmm. Obviously, it's gonna be kind of like something similar. Um, the all the Focus cars, like the Focus ST, I was looking at an RS, but nah, I'm just nah. It did not do it for me at all. I thought that car was gonna be more. It's definitely more fun, but the suspension. Every time you've heard of something of that suspension being hard, bro, that suspension is hard. It's very jarring. If you think that you have coilovers, imagine coilovers and it's bad, man. This thing rough, rides rough. Let me tell you. Let me see. Uh, I'm running 18 by 935 offset, and it sits flush on the R stock R suspension. That's ironically funny because the Conse's that I have are 18 by 9.5, and it's on 35. It's a 35 offset too. I kept rubbing the front fenders, and the reason why I was rubbing the front fenders, I found out, was because of the fact that um, I have control arms that push the wheels forward. So that push the wheels forward. So it rubs a little bit on the fender line in the front, and there's like a metal bracket that it rubs on. But we're gonna take care of that once everything is all good and said and done. Um, no cap, I already had my mind set to Nardo Greg. Good job, Adrian. It's gonna look good. Paintballer, what's up, man? David says, JR, I know you're from New York. I'm originally from Canarsie, Brooklyn. Hey, man, that's why they have all the cool car meets in the summertime. Dang, but during this quarantine time, it's all quiet. Someone RS engine is trash. City does retract his message. Someone said people are swapping Ford building. Wait, people are swapping built Ford ST engines into the RS. That's interesting. Francisco Mars says, "What's up?" City Dove says, "Shout out from Texas, great channel. You put out great info. Thank you very much, man. I really appreciate it." Francisco, no worries. I really didn't talk about anything. I was just pretty much, there was a lot of answers, a lot of comments, a lot of questions. So I just jumped right into the questions. 42 minutes answering questions. You guys are really engaging today. This is good. Whoever has not liked the video, by the way, make sure you continue giving it a thumbs up. We stayed at 28. There we go, 29. More people. There's 29 people watching. There's 34 people watching, but there's only 30 thumbs up. I know some of you guys left. Some of you guys are new. If you have not give this video a thumbs up yet, please do so. The algorithm is definitely changing with YouTube, and we need to let JR14 grow. Um, definitely let it grow. Hopefully during this quarantine stuff is over, I want to, just a little bit of updates of the car. Um, I can't say too much just because it's a little bit of a secret. But like I said, whatever comes on the channel, just I'm letting you know that you're gonna like it. I think you're gonna like it. I think it's gonna be dope. You guys are enjoying it. There are some maintenance items that need to be taken care of before I do anything with the car, like brakes. I already bought brakes for it, so I'm putting brakes on it. I'm changing the fluid. There's a couple of plastic broken pieces before it goes. I don't wanna give the car off with broken panels and stuff like that underneath. So I ordered all new stuff. Shout out to Geo. But if you guys want to see the peeling off of the wrap, stay tuned to my channel for this Wednesday at 7 a.m. Eastern time because I am going to put out that video. Shout out to G Stars. I don't think he's watching, but if he is, shout out to him. He's a great photographer slash videographer. All those new pictures, if you guys have not followed me on Instagram, please do so at JR14YT. He actually went ahead and took some epic, beautiful, sexy pictures of Project Mark 7 in its original old camo wrap, which is unfortunately no longer. And he definitely killed it. So for the next, I would say, month, you're gonna see though a daily post of those pictures every single day on my Instagram page. If you guys want to know more about what's going on the Project Mark 7 and what's going on with that, I suggest you follow the Instagram page because that's more real time than YouTube. YouTube for me is once a week. Instagram is every day. It's just easier to just pull out my phone and do everything. Let's see. If my Type R had a sunroof, that would be my next. You should get a Ford Fiesta, the Fiesta ST, then swap a K24 with the turbo. Make 600 wheel with stop block stock head, and you can K24 for around $1,000 for a new engine. Paintball is asking me, is it an S3 or S4? I did mention that S3s now come with Cobb Access port support, and I did like Quick Spool's S3. I'll tell you that much. I want to get an RS3 next after the Mark 7.5 GTI. Yes, I did, just too expensive right now for me. I can't afford an RS. Well, technically I could have, but crank walk happened. Paintball has said Honda Type R. Yeah, I like that car. I really looked at one the other day. I really, really like it. I think the Type R really has a special place in my heart. It just would not be a good solid daily driver. For one reason, it's just too much. It looks great. My type of style, I like the fact that there's no wing on my car or anything like that. I mean, you never know. But I like the fact that the Mark 7's kind of incognito. Even the R is kind of subtle and more mature. I kind of like that aspect of it. The Type R, and another reason why I don't think I will ever buy the Type R, well, I wouldn't say I would never buy one. I do like them. I don't like the Type R in stock form just because of the wheels. 20-inch wheels on 30 profile tires in New York City is just dumb. It's just dumb. It's just not worth it. I would have to end up selling those wheels because I would never want to run the stock wheels, or keeping them and selling them. Keeping them, selling them, whatever. But they're not going to be on the car after I buy it. I probably would keep them on the car for like about the first 3 months and then buy 18-inch wheels with a nice sticky tire, call it a day. Um, let's see. Anthony V. What's happening with the Marks? What's happening with the GTI? Took the wrap off. It's back to stock right now. I don't longer have it. It's not. I don't own it. I don't. Well, I don't. Well, I still kind of own it, but I don't have it right now. Ben said something I want to ask you guys. Why do I always get hate for driving mostly a stock GTI? I'm a dad, and it is my commuter. I've been in the import scene for 19 years. I just want something easy right now. I don't think that, I don't think that you should have to worry. First of all, Ben, I always say this, no matter how crazy like my car was or how simple your car is, it's what you like, right? Nobody else is paying your bills. So the people that are giving you hate, they're not making your car payment. Tell them, you know what, next time, make a car payment for me. Pay my car off, and then I'll do what you want me to do with it. Until then, none of your concern what I do. You pay for the car. I did what I wanted to do with it because it's my car. I like doing what I do with what I own. And, I'm not going to let anyone else tell me otherwise, even if it makes sense, it doesn't. I built the motor because not a lot of people are doing it. And being a YouTuber, and a part of it was being about YouTube, but also I really am walking in unknown territory. I like being experimental like that. Okay, this is not really known in the industry. Not a lot of people. It's not every day everyone's buying $6,500 integrated engineering built short blocks. It's not a thing. So why not make it a thing, and why not make it public on a platform where you guys watch me on a normal basis and see for yourself of what the car is capable of, what the engine's capable of. Meeting new people like European Auto and now they're like family to me. So I would have never met them. I mean, I've met them before, but we just hang out. We didn't really do anything. And for the fact that now I'm able to experience the Project Mark 7 and a whole nother type of aggression is amazing. Let me just explain that right then and there. Um, let's see. Anthony Five said, I haven't followed your channel much, but I've always known that you had a crazy rap and modded GTI. Yeah, I've only done the rap thing for the past 2 years. So it started in the summer of 2018. I had the stripes at Waterfest. If you guys saw that, that was revealed at Waterfest of 2018 in New Jersey. Then I did the camo wrap, which then was revealed, in a little cinematic. Well, no, there was no cinematic video for that. I felt disappointed because there was no cinematic video for that. I wish I did something with that. I just wish I did, but it's unfortunate. But you live and you learn. You move on. That after, should I be worried about crank walk in a Mark 6R? No, that generation car never had that issue. And the Mark 7, let me just let everyone know the amount of cars that actually crank walk happened to with the whole volume of the Mark 7 community is very small. That's why Volkswagen really never did anything. So the chances of it happening again for me is slim to none. So I'm not really too concerned about it. If it does, then we'll get to that bridge once we cross it. But right now, very, very happy with what I'm doing with it. Speaking of transportation, a little off topic, but you should do quick research on to the HAUC patient patent. The future of transportation. Look it up. It'll blow your mind. Love to see your reactions. All right, I'll give that a shot. Let's see what we got. You said HAUC patent. What? Wait, hang on 1 second. Let me go back to this. I didn't understand. HAUC patent, the future of transportation. HAUC, yeah, HAUC patent, future of transportation, right? Automated vehicles. Oh yeah, this is with the automated vehicles and flying cars and drone taxis. Ooh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I'm not ready for all that yet. I do like the automated braking. I do like the autonomous driving from Tesla. I'd like that stuff, but drone vehicles, I don't know. It's interesting and it's very intriguing. Don't get me wrong, and I'm not downgrading what your comment was. I just don't know if I'm prepared to let IA or artificial intelligence take over everything. Um, you cannot, like I watched, a good movie of that. An example of that is iRobot. Everybody knows that Will Smith didn't like robots because um, robots don't have any feeling, they don't have any sympathy, they just go by probability. So, in a case in an accident, is a car going to either hit a tree or another car? If there's no other way of dealing with something because of the probability of saving a person's life, I could see that happening. I don't know if I'm prepared to do that. Um, did you find out why crank walk happened? I'm upgrading my clutch on my GTI. Is it going to happen to me? I would not be worried about it, Francisco. I don't think it's going to be a thing with all cars. Honestly, you don't know. There's no ways of finding out what caused crank walk. It's just a thing that happens on the Mark Sevens. The same way it happened with DSM vehicles, the old Tylons and the old Eclipses back in the day. It's just something that you just know. It's just when it's not if it's gonna happen, it's when it's gonna happen. But it doesn't happen to all cars. And like I said before, it's a small volume of cars that it happens to. Guys, if you're just watching in here, by the way, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Come on, guys, give it a thumbs up. With 38, I know there's been that 35 number of people watching right now. That's fluctuated. There we go. Whoever has gotten in this room and started watching this live stream and has not hit the thumbs up button, do it. Do it. I'm gonna make you guys do it religiously. Come on. 40 people. Okay, great. Let's keep it going. I'm not going to stop again and do it, but just keep it going. There you go. Um, let's see. Are you planning to part the car out at all, or is it worth it if you're planning to upgrade? Um, um, it's worth it if I got the right money for it. Let's just say that. Are you planning to put the car? Oh no, I just read that. Own a 460 wheel horsepower EM2. Oh my God, Civic back in the day. Added up recipes. It was $18,000. It was a wild ride. So basically, I get bothered by the stock GTI comments because deep down, I wish I was still in it. I mean, hey, listen, at the end of the day, you did it. You did it for 19 years and you just want something easy. Bro, everyone lives their own life. I'm 30. This is the first modified car that I've ever had and really extensively modified. So, and I love it. I don't really regret it at all. So, jack of different trades. I mean, I just started this. I'm just 30. So I probably will continue doing this till the day I die, but I will have like a regular car, something that like, I don't know if I will ever stop modding. I don't think I can ever do that, but I'm young still. So I don't know. And Ben, I don't know how old you are, but it is what it is. Everyone's different, right? My parents didn't want me to modify cars when I was younger, so I got into this game kind of late. Uh, Someone says, look into it. Anti-gravitational devices and room temperatures, superconductors has nothing to do with AI. Interesting. JP95 says, I wish, hope the coronavirus goes away ASAP because I want to get a ride in Project Mark 7. I want to do a review with you guys. I want to do an open house with the shop. I want to do a lot, but it's just not happening right now. I don't know what's going on, but it's just not happening right now. Um, let's see. Let's see. Get a stinger? No. Uh, is the inventor as Navy released it on patents and U.S. citizens? Open means you can download it and build it yourself. They gave us UFO technology. Again, I don't know if my mind can wrap myself around that right now. I don't know. I don't even know. That's just a lot. Can you imagine that? Like, technology is getting so crazy these days. So crazy. But okay. But I just want you guys to know we're coming up on 56 minutes here. I answered a lot of you guys' questions. This was great. This was a great Q&A. Don't worry. Like I said, you guys are going to really, really get a good outcome with Project Mark 7 or what is going to be on the channel next. I promise you that. I'm holding out like this because I want to get a lot of you guys and a lot of self-awareness in here to know that it's going to be legendary. And I always come through when it comes to modifying and changing it up and being cool about it and, just giving a good vibe about it. You already know that I'm already about that life. So you please just be patient and know and trust that I'm going to do right by making the amazing content and introduce you guys into something new and exciting and fun and interesting. And, you know, I feel as if the way I'm doing it's kind of interesting because I'm getting I'm getting your guys' attention, which is amazing. Um, let's see, it's real, Bo. Look it up when you can. Could be some new content on the channel. Interesting. That is interesting. I will do that research and look more into that. I am intrigued. I like learning, finding out about new different things. Um, let's see. I'll answer a couple more questions and then I'm gonna wrap everything up. One thing I find interesting is when I got into imports in 2001, the car show scene was super flashy. Then it died down. Now it's back to wild stuff again. Yeah, it's kind of like clothes, right? I see the same thing too. When I back in 2009, when I started getting early 2000s, like you said, um, I believe I was just a teenager around that time, and you see things like that. You see like Civics with Lamborghini doors and all this other stuff and chrome wheels and the loudest sound systems and fiberglass everything. Me personally, I like OEM plus style that really makes the car look clean and great and everything else. But it's gonna be interesting. It's definitely gonna be interesting. David said, I have to say, since I bought my 2009 GTI, I'm a little concerned with clutch and Mark 7.5. I'm curious how bad they are and what performance I can expect from stock clutch. I'm just gonna let you know this right now. Not much. Once you tune the car, you're gonna need a clutch. I promise you that. I don't have any miles on the car. It's completely stock. It's stock for now. Everything loud. What did I miss? Everything. The live stream's about to end, but don't worry. This will be a full positive video, like a posted video as this ends, and then YouTube renders it and reposts it and gets in the better quality and stuff like that. So you will be able to watch this later. Man, bring the crew down with AC with drones and get some good summers footage going when it reopens. If all comes to crap, and at least if I go to H2O this year, if that's a thing, I'll do it. I just need something. I need this thing to end soon. What's a good tuning company? Hang on, I'll answer these last two questions and then I'm gonna wrap it up. I get so much hate from my stock Mark IV VR6. It's my daily, bro. Again, your car, your build. You want to keep it stock, keep it stock. If you want to modify it to the mook, top of the mook, do it. Steve Martinez, what's a good tuning company? Depends on what you want. I will be making a separate video on that. So stay tuned for that, Steve. Since I'm quarantined, I'm not sick. New Yorkers have to do social distancing and staying inside majority of the time. So I either go out for food, doing modifications to the car, or things of that nature. But I promise you, I will come out with a video explaining what is a tune, what does it do, and what are some good examples for the Mark 7 community. All right. I built my Mark 6R, so I don't care. But guys, I really do like, and again, I wanted to take the time out to just say thank you. If you haven't watched the previous video where I put out old content, content that I filmed last year around this time, but never was able to release it on my channel, go ahead and watch it. It's with the Audi A6 that Stage 2 was able to drive it on a little autocross track on Lime Rock. It's my boy Kenny's car, as well as meeting some professional race car drivers, and then one of those drivers running Project Mark 7 on the track and his perception on it. Let me know. You know, let me know on that. Please get that video view, get those views up. Share that video, please. It's not doing that great in views. I don't know why. It's good content. You know, it's just the algorithm lately. I slacked off, and I'm just trying to be better with it. So just let me know. All right. But also, I just want to say, give my appreciation to every single one of you guys. For the support, for the love, for the sharing, for growing, to helping. You know, it's people like yourselves that help my channel out. And, you know, I rarely ask for money or anything like that. So I don't do that. I always provide my content for free. I just want you guys to help me grow. And it's not, you can have all the money in the world, but it's the people that are interested in your channel that help your platform grow. And I appreciate everyone who has done just that. All right. So I hope that you guys are staying safe during this horrific time, this global pandemic in our lives. It sucks. It's unfortunate that this situation has happened. Um, I care about every single one of you guys, and I care about your families. If you can't, stay at home. If you have to go out, like myself sometimes, make sure that you wear gloves, make sure that you wear a mask, and you always stay safe. But don't worry, I'm gonna come out with something crazy for you guys on the channel in the next couple of weeks. But guys, I love y'all. Y'all are great. Y'all have always been there. And um uh you guys are just great, and I respect every single one of you guys. And with new stuff coming on the channel that's gonna blow your minds, you guys always remember, cars are a lifestyle. Good night and enjoy your weekend. Take care.